But the reason why the Knicks were able to carry this game was because of Frank. Frank did just enough to disrupt the juggernaut that is Doncic. And the rest of the team disrupted the rest of the trash that surrounds that team. And the Knicks eked out a win that is important for the development of their players and their psyche. Not just for the kids on the court, but for the organization in general. Right? They have to wear that trade. Yes, Kevin Durant won it out. I mean, excuse me. Wow. Kevin Durant did one out. Kristaps Porzingis won it out. I knew Kristaps Porzingis won it out when 2 years before they were asking him, why are you training in Spain? Wouldn't it be better if you were under the Knicks supervision? Yeah, typically. But he said, I don't even know if I go train at the Knicks facility, who's going to tape up my ankles? So he went back to Spain where he knew he could get the help that he needed. That says everything about the Knicks organization. Everything. I know I give you guys a lot of crap about it, but you train in a community college gym. You are the New York Knicks. They should be training at the top of the Empire State Building. They should have a gym in Hudson Yards that is basically like the NASA of basketball headquarters. But no. They train in Sticksville, upstate, which is just an organizational failure. This could be a step that y'all could build on, Knicks fans. You could build on this. This could be a really, really nice thing for the psyche of your team. But where things have gone wrong, to me, is that more of the kids have to be involved. Right? What does it do for you for Marcus Morris to go off 29 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists? He's not a part of what the Knicks will be. I used to hate when the Nets did this, giving old players the ball in crunch time. Listen, you're not going to win. What does it do for you to even attempt to play this way? Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me at all. But it's still a win. RJ Barrett played 34 minutes. All right. I was watching the kid carefully tonight because, I have my reservations about him. I think when teams have enough tape, his one go-to move will, I just don't think he'll be able to keep doing that. I think by the middle of the season, they're going to, basketball pundits are going to tell you eh, he's hitting a rookie wall. Then in the second year, they'll tell you, eh, he's having a sophomore slump. What happens to young players is the scouting report comes out about you. Teams have watched you. One team will find a way to eliminate you. And people are going to be watching this Mavericks tape. Not that I thought they did anything per se, but eh. Tria didn't get much burn. He played 16 minutes. It's clear Dotson doesn't have a future with this team. But they rolled out Taj Gibson at center. And he did a yeoman's job. I think that kind of surprised Dallas, where they were unsure on how to play the Knicks, where not seeing Mitchell Robinson out there surprised them. But a win is a win. Getting a dub tonight amidst just the avalanche of L's that this team has been under, it's great work for them. I applaud them tonight, and the Knicks have a lot of things they could build on, right? Seeing Frankie Smokes get 14, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, I'm starting to see him as a guard. Not a point guard, not a shooting guard. A guard and perimeter defender that you could deploy against the best scorer on another team. You don't necessarily want him on bigs, right? But he has a 7-foot plus wingspan. He can guard bigs. The older and the wiser he gets in the NBA, the more minutes, the more royal jelly you feed this kid. I promise you, Knicks fans, you're going to love him. And I see you guys on Twitter. I see the Knicks fans giving him love tonight. Frankie Smokes. Leave the man alone. Y'all wanted to trade him a week ago. Leave the kid alone. Let him develop. Because at the end of the day, that's the real question about the Knicks right now. Are they willing to do the things that will develop these young players? Was the most important thing tonight beating Kristaps Porzingis? Yeah, pretty important. Or beating Kristaps Porzingis with their young guys. The guys who have to say, yeah, the Knicks traded Kristaps, but they got me. Who needs Kristaps Porzingis? Who needs 7'3"? Put the ball on the floor, shoot threes, mid-range game, off the dribble game, protects the paint. You're 7'3" small ball center. How do you justify trading that when you had him under control? When you could have said to him, oh, you want to be traded? So what? You're with us. You're a Knick. How do we make this better? See, if Steve Mills knew what he was doing, he would have went to Kristaps and said, I hear what you're saying. I feel that you have some valid points. Let's us sit down and let's talk about how we can make changes around here to be better for our players and to help you develop into the unstoppable force in the NBA that you need to be. How do we, what, you know what? Let's watch some college tape together. What players you see out there? Here's like 4 or 5 guys I like. Yeah, we're going for Zion this summer, but if we don't get Zion, here go Ja Morant, here go RJ Barrett, here go a few other options that we could pair against you. What do you think, Kristaps? They had 4 years to make that right. He was under their control. There was no way I would have called his bluff. Right? But the Knicks traded him. All because they were hearing whispers. They were hearing bad media reports. Because like I said, I was hearing these things. I was hearing about KD buying real estate in the area or searching for real estate in the area. I was hearing about uh, an office lease happen. I heard about it before anybody else did. Right? But guess what? KD's team was already in New York. That was never a surprise to me. And that was never a thing that Knicks should have decided their future. What you wanted, Knicks fans, is you wanted KD next to Kristaps. And if you thought there was an opportunity for that, then you do what great organizations do. You sit a player down and you say, listen, basketball is a business. We understand that. We understand you only got a few short years for you to go out there and reach the top pinnacle of basketball supremacy. And maybe it don't look like it's going to happen here in orange and blue, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to work together. We're going to change this culture. And we're going to go out there and try to put you next to Kevin Durant. You're going to help us scout this. You're going to help us bring this player in. We're going to help us recruit Kristaps. He called you the unicorn. Kristaps, text Kevin Durant right now and ask him, how could we possibly be stopped if we're playing next to each other? But that's not what happened. What happened was arrogance. Oh, we can not only get Kevin Durant, we could get Kyrie too. We have enough room, we have enough cap space to get Kevin Durant. But you know what? Let's go for the double. Why? Because we are the New York Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go. Fools. And it should come to no surprise. Steve Mills has been destroying the Knicks since 2004. You understand me? Steve Mills has been a part of the Knicks since before I had children. And now I have one going to college after this year. Knicks fans, only you guys can save the Knicks. Only you. You have to demand better. You can't keep falling for these get-rich-quick schemes. You can't keep gassing players that aren't good. You've got to give your team time to rebuild.